Morning everyone. Well, it's very exciting today here. It's MAXX Fan Day. Redders has got himself all prepared. He sat in bed with a coffee this morning and watched a YouTube video. Apparently that'll do it. One of the things I love the most about Redders is the fact he does not need to read instruction manuals. He can toss them straight to the side immediately because he knows how to do it. Yeah, I mean, I think his lack of willingness to read instruction manuals is probably one of his most endearing qualities. I particularly like that he uses his time to really get it wrong several times, then blame me for losing the instruction manual. Morning!
I can hear that.
Do you need an instruction manual?
Oh, it's screws and a bit of plastic, isn't it?
See what I mean? Lovable. So I particularly like what he's done here. He's got it all ready. The ladders are set out outside. One of my favourite things is the fact he's left all the bedding on. I really think that's going to make quite a difference.
Yeah, you gotta be comfy when you're lying upside down.
Yes, I mean, absolutely. This is it. I would hate to think he was uncomfortable. It's much better to get all bits and debris on the duvets and into the bed than Redders be slightly uncomfortable and not be on a duvet. So yeah, again, lovable.
Just checking I've got the right size screwdriver.
Is it nice and dry around there?
Yes, nice and dry, very dry. But I'm pretty sure it's 400. Do you want to go and grab one of the squares? See me going in and out?
It might be an idea.
Yeah.
He hasn't measured it.
Hole in the roof.
Well, I hope this fits.
No, that. Well, yeah, that was square. That's the outside. It's bottom, isn't it? Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Oh, hello. Right, looking at it, I think it's just mastic. I can't see any screws.
No.
So this is what I'm going to have to break.
Yeah.
I think while I'm up here I'll give this a clean as well. To be honest, it feels quite soft and sticky.
Ah yes, there's the instructions. Been tossed on the floor.
Right.
A scraper.
Plastic scraper.
Mm-hmm.
Got that one too. So.
Maybe a Stanley knife as well?
Yeah, there's one behind you. Got stand there, look, and then when we're ready I bought this.
What's that?
It's a Stanley scraper.
Oh, that's nice.
And
It's very exciting.
Wonder wipes. Oh, hello. Right, so let's start breaking this open because it is, as you can see, quite soft. Yeah, that's fine. It's just a case of working it round, really. Yeah, there's the mastic. Look, that's what's on there. Oh, and a piece of string as well, by the look of it.
Oh yeah.
It's all clean.
So it is.
There we are. We're doing good. The sealant is in, and if you look at it, and it's squidged out the sides really nicely.
And down here.
Which is what I want.
Yeah.
It's gone on the inside as well, but the garnish ring, as they call it, will cover any sort of spillage inside. And then what they give you is 4 stainless steel screws with a white top, spot on, to put even more pressure onto the roof trim. So I'm just going to screw that in now, and then that's it. Time to attach the fan, sort out the electrics afterwards. Most of this work was in the preparation.
Fred is showing you there. You can see it's squidged through. It's obviously a bit tighter to this side than it is to that side, but yeah, fully squidged, as you can tell. So yeah, He looks like he's doing a good job. It's always reassuring to see when you take a skylight out that it's nice and dry on the wood that surrounds it. So yeah, that's nice and reassuring.
There we go. That's one screw in.
Yep.
So there it is.
Instructions.
Instructions. I mean, it's 2 steps.
Is it easy?
Yes.
Cool.
The hardest bit is cleaning the roof down, and then realising the rest of it is bogging, so you clean that too. So it's been easy so far. So the next step is to open the fan fully and fit it on its guide rails. So that's where I need some help. Got a manual open there, look. Close. Hey! Set open fully, and then what I got to do is line up these screws on the clips in the roof and then sort out the wiring. But because the roof isn't hollow, I'll just run it with a nice bit of insulation strip and that. But yeah, this is what now goes on the roof. I've got to line those up, so that's just going to be a bit of help from you inside.
Okay, so you need me inside, yeah?
Yep.
Okey pokey. Okay. MAXX fan going in. So just waiting here for the MAXX fan. There's a nice bit of breeze coming up here. That's just wind that down. That's getting a bit cool. Okay.
Get them through the middle, that's it.
These are the wires, and just over there is a light, and that's where he's just going to run a cable along and then take the light apart and use the wiring from the light. Now the electrics is the bit I like.
Okay, so on the switch you'll have a permanent positive and a switch positive, and over here you can see where the positive and negative supply comes in. So if I turn it on, so that's the light on, and if I touch over here this should become green, which it does. So that tells me I've got a circuit of positive, negative. If I turn it off, I can see that the one at the top is the permanent positive and the one underneath should be switched. So that's the switch positive. So all I got to do is take a feed off the top connector, take a feed into this one here, and that's the power. Done. So it comes with the 2 wires, but they're not very long. So my plan is to take it over there, a little bit of what do you call it, conduit, to hide it. I'm going to put it the other side, feed it down there, and it's going to come out and come into the light. So you're going to have a little strip of white conduit that way, a little strip of white conduit that way, and then it's going to be hidden over that side.
Yep. Okay, a bit of a faff now, because what we've done is we've, as you can see there, the fan's in, everything, we've wired it all up and added some connection wires. I've taped it so it's neat under this strip here, which was fixed up there, but it looks like there's a gap there, you see, and it looks like when they made the van it didn't quite fit. So when they put this strip up, what they did was they squirted Sikaflex or something in there to hold the screws, which has gone all gooey now. So we're going to try with some slightly longer screws, because what was in there was not particularly long, as you can see. We're going to go for something just a little bit longer so we can get it to bite into the wood part, because that I think is fiberglass, and then most of the wire, as you can see, I've taped it down there, will be hidden. So kind of putting it back where it was.
Yeah, pretty much. So let's have a look. Let's get that in there.
I think this is going to work.
Okay.
That sounds like it worked.
Yes.
Gone in on the wonk, that one.
It has a bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not funny. Right.
Never tighten it up till you've done your electrics.
Yes, my dear. Yeah,
But you know I like electrics, and you know I like tinkering with them.
because I found out where...
Did you turn the electrics off?
No. Could you turn the 12 volt off, my dear?
Hmm. There we go.
Okay.
Doesn't matter apparently until I need to turn them
I'm not
off.
sure, is it?
You're going to put them together on a spade connector, or...
I could do, but what I want to do is just... The wires just need to go together
Yeah.
and they go into a screwed recess.
So Redders is doing all that. He's just wiring it up to the lights. Here's an interesting fact some of you might not know about me, but I enjoy tinkering with electrics. In fact, these are Redders tools, but I've got my own set. That's for cutting wires. Yeah, so I've got my own. In fact, the wire is mine. There you go, you learn something new about us every day. Should be ready to test it.
Yeah. But I can get out.
You struggling?
Lots of tools out.
I know.
All the gear and no idea.
Yeah, I've got my own tools because I'm not allowed to play with his tools. I'm not. Apparently I don't put them back in the right places. So I've got a whole set. Even my own drill. Yeah, so that should be fairly easy. And the other one we've got isn't the MAXX FAN brand, but I'll show you now. It's going to go up here, and look what's here. Lights. So we'll just take a feed off of there, take all this off, get a feed off of there, repeat the process. I mean, you know, a couple of you might be saying, well, why didn't I do it? I'm not interested in the mucky bit. I only like the electrics. So, yeah. So I think that depends how he feels, maybe later in the week, depends how the weather holds up. But we're a good way on this one now, so I think we're probably only a couple of minutes from actually giving it a little try. Take the remote out and get that ready. God. Go. Ooh, it's even got a little slidey thing, look.
Ooh.
That's good, isn't it?
To mount the remote.
To mount the remote. Right, I'll have to put a couple of batteries in it by the look of it. Triple A's.
Okay, with batteries, isn't it?
I didn't see any batteries, did you?
I'm sure they were in the pack with the remote.
Nope.
I can see them from here.
Oh, yeah, they did. Oops. Ta-da. The place for that's where Redders puts his glasses at night, see? I think the place for the remote is probably under where Redders puts his glasses. So, about there, I think.
The oldest sound.
Yeah. So Redders is up on the roof, as you can see. There he is, perched high.
Hello.
Yeah.
On a roof, on a kneeling pad, just to disperse my dainty weight. But I've been using this Pseudo sealant remover from Amazon. I think it was about a tenner.
Yeah.
And yeah, it melts it nicely. But you will need a tub of wipes. I've got some Wonder Wipes, 300 of the buggers, because that's what it's doing to it.
Ooh, yuck.
Yeah, but it's turning it liquid, so you're not having to scrape and dig at the roof like I did on the last one. So that was my first one, which is more than happy with that. But the second one for removing it, yeah, this sealant removal stuff, spot on. So you can see I've just sprayed it on here, And if I run the scraper along it, you can see some from the last scraping. If I run the scraper along it, it just turns it to liquid.
Probably highly carcinogenic.
Well, it's outside and I'm away and I'm not touching it.
Yeah, maybe
But-
you should be wearing gloves.
But look,
Yeah, that's good.
it really is just...
Lifting off nice and easy.
But because it's so thick, you obviously put a layer on and you got to wipe the layer. But once that's done, look, see, just turns it to liquid. It's really good. Don't put it on too thick, because I haven't, because the last thing you want it to do is for black gunk to leak down inside on your white ceiling.
Yeah.
Because if it does that, that's not coming out in a hurry.
No, it's not, is it?
But this is a lot quicker than the last remove. Yeah, I've got the roof to polish afterwards.
Oh yeah, of course we need to show you. Look, there's
Yeah,
the
that's
MAXX
in.
fan.
Yeah, that works really nicely.
So that's in, that works over the bed and that works beautifully. So now this
Yeah.
is, our plan is we draw in air here and we suck it out over there. That's the plan anyway.
It is the plan, but we got a cycle of air then, haven't we?
Yeah.
But look, there's only one thing that would make this a bit easier.
Don't say cup of tea. Cup of tea, is it?
Cup of tea.
Right, I'll go make a cup of tea then.
And I think when you pop back out, if you can bring a nice cup of tea, and let's make sure the fan fits as well, shall we?
That'd be a good idea.
It should do. They're usually 400 square. The only difference is you can see on the back, I think that's a smaller, not that we're changing the back,
Yeah.
but I think that's a slightly different shape, possibly. Yeah, it's a smaller one. Look,
Yeah.
that looks like half the size, maybe 20,
Yeah,
20.
it is a very small one, that one
Yeah.
for the bathroom, which is a shame, but there we go. Because that would have been a better one to switch out, but that would involve
Yeah.
an awful lot of cutting roofs and...
To be honest, in time I might just change it for because we got
Oh,
lights
thank
in there.
you.
Because we got lights in there, I could take a power off
Yeah,
and just have it as an extractor.
yeah.
Because there ain't no extractor in there at the moment, is
No,
there?
that would be good, I think.
But there we are. We're getting
Getting there.
there.
Do you know what I really miss? And it's probably about the only thing I really miss living in a house, apart from never having to think about where water's coming from. My boiling water tap. There we go. 1 cup of tea.
Yeah. So
Okay, so there we go. 1 cuppa.
thank you. So yeah, that is.
Look at that. Done in the space of...
I know a lot less than the last one, but the last one also had a mountain of sealant on it.
It did, yeah.
This one had slightly less. It's
There
like
you go, people. Sudal Sealant Remover.
stick a link in the.
We'll pop a link on
Yeah.
in the description and you can buy it from Amazon. So, yeah, I think the MAXX fan looks very smart. That's the thing about the MAXX fans. They are smarter looking.
Yeah, it's smart.
But
looking when
for
you-
half the price, what's this going to be like?
Exactly.
I reckon we're going to be pleasantly surprised, you know.
Yeah. And it makes that one look tatty, but
I
that's
know.
what
Well,
it is,
I think
isn't it?
in time we'll get rid of that one and put something new
Well,
in.
we're slowly going back.
Yeah, and look, we've even got a bit... Oh, no, we haven't. We've got some space on the front. We could put another solar panel in, look.
Yeah, there was always room for another panel all by here
Yeah,
once we got this one in.
give it all a rejig.
Yeah. But
Right, nice.
it's
Good job.
nice
good
and
job.
clean. Nice, clean, and ultimately dry.
Yeah. The solar probably needs a bit of a wipe down, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's got dust and muck on it from the other
Yeah.
day.
This Solara panel we got with the van. It came with this already mounted on it. So I think this is, what, 200?
I think it is, yeah, there's no
Yeah.
markings on it. If
This
there
one
is,
here is the one that
underneath.
Red has bought from Amazon.
that was Amazon, I think that was like 80
100,
quid.
80 quid, yeah. Again, that's been a good one. That's about 100 watts.
That's 100 watts, yeah.
Yeah, so there's about 300 watts on top of the van. I reckon we've got room for a bit more. You just
Yeah.
got to make good with what you got, haven't you?
That's off the panel.
Mm.
even though it looks clean.
Yeah, but I would like another little fan, I think, in that one there.
I think so, yeah. It wouldn't take much to...
I think perhaps you can get much smaller MAXX fans or little fans, can't you? And I
Yeah,
think if you got one of them, that might be a good thing.
I guess. I think it's a 20 by 20, but we'd measure it, of course.
And as you can see from here, we don't normally show you this angle up on the van, but see that post there in the middle? That's Redder's flagpole.
Good bit of kit, that.
That he pops the Starlink in. I mean, sometimes we just pop it up on the roof and it stands, but if it's a bit windy, then we pop it in there.
Yeah. Or if you like to drive with it on, like certain people we know. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
It'll hang on at 80 mile an hour, won't it?
Yeah.
No, 80 kilometres an hour.
Yeah, it will apparently. Right, I'm off to go and have a look at getting the new fan, and I'll bring it out and we're going to measure it and see if it fits in there. Here it is. This is the what we're going to call knockoff MAXX fan. It seems to have double blades on it, which the other one doesn't have. It's the tinted cover. The other one is the tinted cover too. We are going to have to work out a way of getting a blind over though. I've got the instructions in my pocket and the remote, which is almost identical but in white by the look of it. Oops.
I think the main thing is, have you separated? Yeah, see the frame you've got there?
Yeah.
Just present that to the underside and make sure it's the right size.
Just going to present this to the underside
and
see if it's the right size. Here we go with my garnish ring. Deep breath, everyone.
All right.
Well, yeah, it's right.
Okay.
But
what?
I'm going to pass this up. Oops.
Pass it through the hole. There you go. I know it's not the right way around yet. I'll work that out afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's back to front because the hinge is on the front.
Okay, yeah, well,
no, actually, no, I'm not sure. It depends on which way it opens, doesn't it? It opens forward.
Yeah, you need the hinged bit to the front, don't you?
Yeah.
In case there's a pair of idiots who leave it open and drive away. And I think we've done that. Oops, there's a wire in my hair.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Can you open it from the inside? Is there a manual?
Yeah, there's a manual. That's a MAXX fan button. Sorry, a MAXX Air. And that is the knockoff one. See, it offers exactly the same functions, except the cheap one has got a rain sensor. So I'll show you how, just unplug this. There we go there. There's the MAXX fan. Oh, we haven't, the conduit's still coming, so we haven't tidied the wires away, as you can see, yet, because we're waiting for that to come, and then when that comes, we're just going to tidy the wires a little bit and hide it in some conduit, and that'll be it. So, to turn it on, there we go. Look at that. You can get it higher. So that's 100%, and that's sucking the air out. We can turn it round, and it's going to change it to bringing it in, again on 100%. Yeah, that's a big breeze. Turn it down, because you want it at a temperature that you'll be able to sleep with quite easily. I mean, that's 20%. That's quite nice. I can still feel a breeze. So we think that this is the solution that's going to work for us, because if we are pulling in there and sucking out there, now we can have the bed at this height, you know, because we can still sit in the chairs with it at this height with that drop down, so that's still possible, or we can just use the one fan. So we've got a loop, if you like. So we think that's going to be worth it, and we think that's going to work because obviously we've got Portugal coming up, so it is going to be warm. I'm looking at a couple of those ice, they're not real air conditioning units, but I'm looking at those as just to have a backup if it is really warm. We get, you know, one of those things that's fitted with an ice block, and you know, that would be something we could use. So just trying to get ourselves all prepared. As you can see on the roof, we were talking about, there you go, that's the one on the roof. I would say that is, yeah, that's 20 by 20. So I think we're going to change that for a fan too. Why not? May as well. Yeah, just get this little van, and then of course my next plan is getting rid of more of this. I'm not a lover of this orangey coloured fake wood, so I'm just going to cover it because we've got this van for quite a few years yet, so why not? Why not? I've covered the walls in vinyl and it can all be taken off anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I think that's the update for there. She needs a good sweeping out, actually. It's still got sand from Scotland in here on the, I don't know where it's coming from. Anyway, I'll come back to you later when we're a little bit further with this, but I don't think this one's going to take long at all. Oh, hello.
Okay.
What are you doing?
So I've left a 3mm gap around the frame, so when I put the sealant on,
yeah,
it isn't going to create a mess. It's less to clean up.
Yeah.
But the difference with this fan and that fan, it comes with, the MAXX fan has got pre-drilled holes. Sorry, it's got marked holes around the edge where you put your screws.
Yeah.
Now the sealant I use is CT1. It's rock solid. It's not going to come off. Probably this solar panel is fitted with it and there's no screws.
Yeah, I can't see any.
But I've put screws, I've put 3 on each side on that one. This one has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 screws each side.
Yeah.
That's way too much. I don't want to pepper the roof of this van with holes because the sealant is going to do its job and hold it.
Yeah.
I will put a screw here and here and probably one in the middle.
Yeah.
The downside with this is, look, it's got holes all around the edge.
Yeah, so you just squidge a load
I'm
of...
going to have to put sealant in there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make little...
You need to be putting very generous sealant on so it really squidges.
Yeah. So, you know, obviously you can't see it from the outside above, but that's, I would say, when the sealant goes on, it's going to come up through these holes anyway.
Yeah, well, that's fine, isn't it?
But,
just squish it down with your finger on the other side.
But I will level it off because it's not... There's too many holes. What they should do is like the MAXX fan.
Yeah.
Mark out where the hole should be and then you can choose how many you want.
Yeah.
Because that to me is an awful lot of screws going into the roof.
Yeah.
Which you don't need.
Well, just whack a load of sealant on and it'll be fine.
Exactly. So what I need to do now is give this a final wipe and dry it because I'm not going to polish it because any polish on here stops the...
Would you sand it a little bit to give it a key?
No, to be honest, it was rough before. It's fine now. And what I did with the last one, I used an entire tube of sealant.
Well, I think that's what needs to be done with this one.
Yep, that's what's going to happen, is clear the roof of muck, because all I've got to do now is dry that off. As I said, the roof is solid. It holds little dainty me. Hello down there. Well, I do walk where the bearer bars are.
Yeah.
But equally the same. See here?
Yeah.
That's a tread plate to step on.
Yeah.
Step on the tread plate, not the roof vent, because that wouldn't be funny.
No.
Then I just got to transfer off.
Enough flexing.
Yeah, it will do. Any good wife would pass me the stuff instead of me getting up and down. But
I don't know what the stuff is.
Yeah.
And it would just cause a row.
Yaddy. I'm not sure which is more difficult, getting down this ladder or getting off of that ladder. But here we are.
Nah, this one will be easy.
Yeah, up you go then.
Yep.
Right, work out what I don't need. But yeah, that's what it did with that sealant. That
yeah.
Really turned it into a...
Well, that was very nicely sealed.
A goo.
Yeah, but never had any leaks.
No, never had any leaks. And it's like I said, that all this here, see it here?
Yeah.
It might look... unsightly, but that is sealant.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to dig it out and make it look pretty.
Well, we don't have any problems anyway, do we, around the edges?
No, it's pointless doing that. Sealant is on. Lashings of sealant. There you can see. I put slightly less than the last one because there was a lot of... and quite a bit of the sealant just went on the masking tape and went in the bin. So I put on less, but bearing in mind that this goes flush to the roof of this fan. So as it stands, that's more than enough sealant. And what I'm going to do is put it in place, and then if you go inside and make sure the garnish will fit, But as we said, there's the wires.
Yep. Where's the hinges?
The hinge goes to the front.
Yeah.
This is unlike the other one. The MAXX fan comes in separate in pieces, and you have to attach it to the arms. This one is already assembled, so this is easier to put in place, and then we'll just see how it performs after. So what I'm going to do is put it in, it'll squidge out, and all of the sealant is coming up the holes.
Yeah.
See it?
Lovely.
See the sealant coming up the holes?
Yeah.
So that takes care of the too many screws issues. But what I want to see is sealant coming out of every single edge, which it is. See it coming out?
Yeah.
It's nice like that.
Into the van. Okie dokie. Right. Oh, lovely. We've got a nice little bit of squidge going on the inside as well, so that's lovely.
You can open the fan if you want.
Let's have a go with our garnish ring then. There is, oh yeah, that's it. There we go. So you would, I think because he's going in that direction, you would need those there. Yeah, looks all right.
All good?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
Can't see any problems.
As much as I hate doing it, it needs to be done. A screw in the roof.
Shall I take my garnish out?
Nice.
I wonder how this comes out. Because obviously, I mean, there's already bits in here. I just want, that probably does just twist out, doesn't it, I imagine? Instructions. Probably should be up there on the roof with him. Replacing the fuse, manual, up, down, blah, blah, blah. Maintenance. You're screwing the mounting flange.
Is it pushing it out, the garnish ring?
No, I'm just telling you what's in the instruction book.
Oh.
So far, so good with this. It's, I don't even know what its brand is. Has it got a brand? Don't think so. Doesn't seem to. Strange. Yeah, it just says RV ventilation fan. So it's gone off a bit, and Redders has tidied it up.
Masking
It's all
tape.
squidged out the holes, lovely. It's all squidged.
Yeah.
So it's got a good amount.
Popping those flat so it doesn't pool with water.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want that, do we?
We'll
What
have
tube have you used? What is it?
CT1.
CT1.
Same as on the MAXX fan.
Again, should we put the link in the... did you get it
Yeah.
Amazon or
Oh,
somewhere
yeah.
else?
Sorry, Amazon. I think you can get it from Screwfix and that business, but Amazon is next day. It wasn't in stock locally, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm going to go and get some lunch.
Yeah, I'll be in now in a minute.
Okay.
That one was a lot quicker than the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's not as a fiddly install because it's 2 bits. That was in 3 bits, and you've got to get underneath to get the fan to bind.
Yeah, I mean, it's a totally different shape, isn't it? Because it's got a thing at the back.
Yeah, well, it does.
So even if you do have it open and it's raining, it shouldn't really cause too many problems. Whereas that one, because it's a square and it raises up, it's just as well, it's got a rain sensor.
Exactly.
Fingers crossed it works. Okay, you've done 2.
Excuse me.
One was the expensive MAXX fan. The other was the cheap eBay version,
Yeah.
which was the easiest to install. This part of.
I'd say this one, but the only reason, it's only 4 screws extra on the MAXX fan, but the only reason on this one it was easier was because of the clean-up job. That stuff made a hell of a difference, just melting the adhesive.
Right, okay, so really about the same then?
Yeah, about the same, but on this job I didn't have to get the Stanley blade scraper.
Yeah, but that's nothing to do with it being a MAXX
But
fan, it's
no,
just to do with that spray.
Installation-wise,
Nothing
about the
between
same.
them.
That one probably took a little bit longer because the garnish ring needed cutting.
Yes.
But it's a thinner roof at the front than it is at the back. But as it stands, we can have the final unveiling of the fan.
Nice.
There it is.
This is a waste. Oh, did you know it did that?
Yeah, the other side doesn't. It must have fallen out years ago.
Oh, right. This is a waste of time. We never use this.
Well, we have done when we've had no reception, but now we got the Wi-Fi Starlink.
Yeah.
We use it. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
Yeah, but this is just a waste of space. This is a space that a panel could go in.
Yeah, there's no reason it couldn't do.
Yeah.
You know, I would just leave the circular turret in place, save you having to put a great big ceiling patch on it.
Yeah, and then just stick a panel over the top.
Yeah. I don't think many people watch terrestrial TV these days, do they?
Well, we certainly don't, but it's just a waste of space on here when we could get another panel up here.
Could you open the vent in the toilet, please?
Yep.
I'm just going to wipe around it and I'll come in and we'll have a cup of tea and something to eat. Thank you. Keep going.
Oh, that cracked.
It's brittle. They're all brittle up here. Ow.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Yeah, the catch is missing from this one, this side.
Completely missed. Probably has been all along.
Nah, you can see where it's been snapped and it's old and dirty.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, old and dirty. So that is going to need replacing at some point.
If you get a chance to measure it, my guess is that's going to be a 20 by 20.
I think that's 200, yeah. We'll work on that. But yeah, that's old and brittle and, to be frank, quite rubbish. Because if it's raining, the rain comes straight through. I don't know how, but it does. It seems to... It's rubbish. It's rubbish. I've declared it rubbish. Okay, so after dinner job, there she is. All done, all ready with her garnish. Redders can... I don't think that's going to take long at all to wire that in. I feel quite confident that would be an easy job. Is it done? Lid's not open. Ooh. That's a good draft coming down there.
So if you're cooking over there.
Which is perfect because there's the kitchen area. So what's it like at say 20?
That's currently 40.
Okay, what's 20 like going down?
That's 20.
Yeah, you could sleep with that on. Yeah, that's nice. That's a lovely draft coming down.
Give it some money.
Very windy. Very windy. As you can see.
The battery is 13.48 and charging.
Yeah.
So that's drawing, but there's more power coming in than going out.
Right, and it's not a perfect day today, is it?
Well, saying that, what's happening now?
Yeah, the sun's coming down.
Sun's coming out, so yeah, it's on its way up.
Nice. That'll be nice for the girls.
So if it's raining, it will shut, or you can bring it down to the level you want.
So the job we've been promising to do for ages has been done.
Electrics wise, yeah, it's a red and a black cable.
Yeah.
Goes into there. All I've done, don't look at the mess. That's it.
Right.
It's on there now.
Okay.
That's fused. There's a fuse in there, so it's double protected. I've wired it in. I've used heat shrink connectors, so it's perfectly safe. And yeah, if we want power, we just put it into the socket. Oops, into the socket, and that's it. It's on. It's ready. And it just sets itself. And then you've either got the remote control,
which is here,
or it's just setting itself 3 dots.
So you want it in.
Yep.
And the fan at
And that's it.
10%. I
Simple.
mean, 10% is even.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Oh yeah, I can feel that nicely, and that's 10%.
And of course,
so
you've got the override to shut if you want to.
the only thing that's going to be an issue is we now no longer have a blind there.
No.
Which we do use a lot when it gets hot, so we must work out some sort of way of getting a cover on there.
There's bound to be some.
I've seen them on eBay where it's just like little Velcro stick-on covers.
That's all you need, is
because we don't have it on all the time, do we?
No.
Next job for me is to continue with the vinyl on it, just to make it a bit more our own. And of course, what we've noticed is the cupboards are a bit more protected, whereas they've got scuffs on where we haven't vinyled them. Oh, I see, it slides in, the wires go inside the packaging, and then you just seal it together. Oh, I see. Okay, that's different from the sort of boxy thing I was thinking it was going to be. That's better, in fact.
Yeah.
Cool. Quite literally.
Good afternoon. We're currently at home, as you can tell, and I hope that the vlog was of use to you. I'm no expert, but I think I didn't do too bad with it, and that'll save yourself a few £100 if you follow what I've done. We've had some pretty bad rain since, and they're all good. Started at the front, went to the middle, finished off at the back, so they're all completed, no issues whatsoever, and they do make a nice difference. So happy with that, aren't we?
We are. I think the only conclusion we're going to give you is the MAXX fan is more expensive but quieter. The other one is half the price of a MAXX fan, and I would say a little bit more noisy, but it has a rain sensor. Other than that, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, swings and roundabouts. And just going back to the MAXX fan, the MAXX fan will open and close at a predetermined temperature.
Yeah.
Whereas the eBay one, that's got a rain sensor, so that'll shut if it rains. Otherwise to that, it just stays on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, hello.
Sorry, that's Wilf up to naughty things. There he is.
Say hello, Wilf.
He's all settled in now.
He's totally settled in. And actually, whilst we've got him, we want to say a couple of thank yous.
We do.
So, first of all, we've got thank you to Howard Davis. He sent us a super thanks, so thank you very much, Howard.
Yes, thank you, Howard. As I said, you're a star, even though your missus might not agree. Thank you very much for that one.
And the Minimalist Therapist. We also had a super thanks off them, so thank you so much.
Yeah, much appreciated. And with your comments, keep them coming. We'll help where we can. Of course we will. And safe travels.
Yep. And we got some coffees. We've got Carice, Bill, Frankie and Freddie. Frankie's been on our recent vlogs because she had a little operation and she's feeling much better now. But anyway, thank you so much, guys.
Yep, thank you very much indeed, and it's lovely to hear from you as well in the comments, so really appreciate that.
Yeah, and finally, Richard and Tracy Lincoln, who sent us over some coffees. Thank you so much, and we shall carry on travelling on your behalf until you're ready to join us.
Amazing. I bet you're looking forward to that. Thank you very much.
Bet, yeah. We've also got a birthday.
Oh, birthday.
Yeah. We have a birthday, 26th of June, and it's for Rich.
Oh, happy birthday, Rich.
Happy
26th
birthday,
of June.
Rich. Yeah. Rich has been a little bit poorly over recent times, but Kez sent us a message saying he would really appreciate it if we wished him a happy birthday. So hope you had a good one.
Yeah, I hope you have a good day and you continue healing as well.
Okay. Right, I think that's it. It's a bit hot out here, isn't it, Wilfie?
Yeah, because he's got a black fro, it's getting a little bit warm.
Yeah, so inside, I think, to cool off. We've got lots of jobs left to do, and not many days left to do them. Everything's booking up with us really fast, and it's only just over 5 weeks till we leave, until nearly November.
Yeah, and I had an important job done yesterday on the van, so we'll update you with that in due course.
Yeah.
But found a bit of a bargain, so yeah, look forward to that one.
Look forward to that, yeah. And just to let you know, in the next video, we're going to be talking safety and health and looking after yourself. Don't miss it, because we're going to give you some very, very valuable tips for travelling in your motorhome and staying alive, basically. So yeah, look out for the next one. Remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss that. Subscription is just a word. It actually just means following us. It doesn't cost you anything.
It does, and thank you very much for those that have joined us, and those that haven't. It'd be lovely to have you on board as well to join us on our travels coming up very soon.
Okay, see you next time.
Bye.